Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. And read. Check 59. Here we go.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on second down, Daniels. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Set. 53 is the mic. Check.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
53, Mike. Off. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shift.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Daniels. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they meet it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Echo. Mike 50.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Shift. Rush in. Check.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Hey,
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Squeeze, get in there.
Check 99, check 99. Whip. Watch the whip. Jim, ready.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb.
Run.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. He's coming. Double up. See it. Go on. Hatchet. My 52.
Stay with your man.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the slant.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
24 yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Off the play fake. Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Their first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. That's it,
That's
baby.
the end of
We're
the
going to
first
work.
quarter with the score Falcons 10, Saints nothing.
Ready. 15 on it.
Watch that.
You go quickly. Ready, go.
From the gun, Daniels flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready? Wait. Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Zip this. Motion.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off play action. Daniels sliding out of the pocket to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hey, switch.
This is McCaffrey. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Okay, baby.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Mike's 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Saints nothing. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
53.
On 1st down, Daniels. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
You better be ready next time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw. Daniels. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
And we got to get to the ball.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
I'm going back to you.
On 4th down, Daniels. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Go! 33-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
The final shot before break. Daniels. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. His throw incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drive should deserve to come off the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Finding room at the 30, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Dog. Joker. Check 4.
Tight dog. Check. Lucky.
He's crashing. Ready, go.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. Now the ball comes loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
You're out. Hey, alert 3. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Go. It's run.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
You got it.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Ready. Yeah, baby. 564 weeks.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Come on, set. 78.
First down, Atlanta.
And let's Pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. On first down, here's Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
4 down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This will be caught at about the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Daniels. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Alert 3.
2nd and 5. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Falcons.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll look to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Harry. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
49, check 49, check 49.
14-yard line.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Go!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Protein spell. You go tight. Sin on. You got tight right there. Hot.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. What is it? We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta